Oh, what up? What's happening? Welcome into Texas Day Brazil Friday Night Hits. Great to be back with you all. I'm Mark Whiteman. Thanks, as always, for joining us. It's just week 0, but so much of our area already getting after it, including our 2 reigning state champions, Abbeville and Clinton. More on them in a moment, but we begin in Duncan, where after a year on the road, the Rebels of Burns kicked off at the brand new Nixon Field tonight against TL Hanna for the first time this fall. Chase Justice with our Game of the Week, presented by Blue Ridge Electric.
I can't think of a much better way to open up the high school football season than the Burns Rebels returning to Nixon Field for the first time in 2 years, playing host to the TL Hanna Yellow Jackets. Burns would love nothing more than to send the Duncan faithful home with a win, but Hanna has won 4 straight in this clash of the Titans. Still scoreless after 1, but seconds into the second quarter, Kane Rogers finds Nick Watson down the sideline for the 40-yard pitch and catch. The Jackets would get tough at the goal line, but Trey Segura finds pay dirt on 4th and short. Rebels strike first, up 7-0. Later in the second quarter, Burns threatening once again. This time, Jacoby Fuller gets the nod from 2 yards out. Extra point attempt would be no good. That makes it 13-0. Time winding down in the first half. Hanna hoping they can keep it close at the break, but Trey Segura had other plans. Makes a move and has nothing but green grass in front of him. 91 yards to the house. Rebels lead 20-0 at the break, and they cruise to victory. Final score, 30-10.
What a difference a year makes. I'm so happy for our community and our fan base, and we're going to celebrate and enjoy this one for a little while.
Coach Shaw and the Rebel faithful returning to Duncan, a winner. They'll stick right here in Nixon and face Irmo next Friday night, while TL Hanna will actually head towards a bye week before hitting the road to face Westside on September 5th. Reporting in Duncan, I'm Chase Justice, WYFF News 4 Sports.
Chase, thank you. What a win for the Burns Rebels. It's a new era at Greenville High. The Red Raiders 2-9 a year ago hired Scoot Watson as head coach, kicking off at Serene against a Dorman team that made massive strides in year number 2 under Jake Morris. A full circle Friday for Watson, who began his coaching career at Greenville in 2007, but it's the Cavs coming out swinging up 3-0. Nick Means, shifty. Cavaliers go for 2. They get it up 11-0 after 1. Dorman dialed. Means business. 3 first-half touchdowns for the junior. Dorman led 31-0 at halftime, and they win 34-0. New faces in new places. Former Walhalla head coach Chris Stone leading the Daniel Lions into Inman for their opener against Chapman. All smiles. Daniels up big in the third. Jace Grass just dropping in to Trey Wimbley. We call that an explosive into the red zone, and Damian Curry does it from there. Yes, Chef. Lions roar 43-0. Last year's 3A Upper State champs, Belton Honey Path visiting Broome. Bears leading 28-7 in the second quarter. Third down for Noah Thomas, rolling out and rips it down the seam to Evan Gaines. What a pitch and catch right there. B.J. Anderson finishes off the drive later on from 9 yards out. This is all about the Bears, 49-9 over the Centurions. They're champions in Clinton once more after the Red Devils hoisted the title last December for the first time in 15 years, kicking off against longtime rival Woodruff. The 84th meeting between Red Devils and Wolverines. Woodruff 4-point winners over Clinton a year ago. One of the Red Devils' 2 losses last year. And Wolverines leading 15-0 in the second. Clinton coming alive. That was Owen Glenn connecting with Javen Cook for the first touchdown of the game. The third quarter, Woodruff's Jalen Lyles takes it in. The Wolverines snap the Red Devils' 9-game win streak with a 21-13 win over Clinton. Boiling Springs headed down to Dooley Field to see Greer. Bulldogs up 23-0 at half. Greer students ain't bothered. We got a big boy touchdown alert. Greer starts the comeback with Peyton Armstrong scooping up the fumbled snap, taking it 15 yards in the end zone. Still 23-6 Bulldogs. Greer not going gently into the good night. Dawson Fowler dropping in a dime to Tucker Hudson from 35 yards out. All Greer in the second half, but Boiling Springs hangs on for a 23-18 win. Eyes in the sky, tell no lies. Sky 4 circling Powdersville for their opener against Seneca. Patriots trailing by a touchdown in the first. Keegan Reed reads the option, calls his own number, grabbing snacks from the corner store. Tied game. Seneca's Gavin Toma, the senior, with a seed down the sideline, hits Elias McGee in stride. Dragged down in the red zone. The Cats cap the drive with 6. Nice play right there. Seneca winning 56-14. 35 over Powdersville. Let's show you a few scores from around the area. Landrum beating Walhalla 20-13. Wren all over Palmetto on the road 42-zip. Emerald over 96, 28-0. And Ware Shoals having their way at home with Blacksburg 44-6. Abbeville steamrolled its way to their 13th state championship last year, their 7th in 10 years. That is the second most in state history, those 13 titles. While Southside Christian hired a head coach with a title-winning pedigree. Jonathan Guess, a 7-time state champ in Georgia, taking the reins after Mike Sonnenborn stepped down. Tough sledding against the Panthers powerhouse on night number 1. Jalen Baylor, the new Abbeville QB, and the first touchdown of the Panthers season. Second quarter, Jamarian Williams changes directions swiftly. All Abbeville 42-0 over the Sabres. After 15 years as OC, Gaffney's Donnie Littlejohn, now the head coach at his alma mater, hosting North Carolina powerhouse Independence. Gaffney down 7-0 in the first. Jaden McDowell does the thing. Touchdown, Gaffney. Tie ball game. Patriots punting. Gaffney's Kendarius Bailey showing up to disagree. Gaffney ball on the goal line and Banks booting. Scores on the very next play. Gaffney goes ahead, but Independence ultimately comes back to get a 27-21 win over the Indians. And something to monitor here, Gaffney did lose running back Jaden McDowell to a knee injury, something we'll be keeping a close eye on in the weeks to come. Christchurch hosting Hammond. The Skyhawks undefeated Skeeza champs a year ago. Scoreless after the first quarter. Hammond at midfield, Bubba Alexander. You know the name like that. Gotta be good. Bubba up the sideline, keeps his balance, stretches for the goal line, and diving for 6. Hammond blanks the Cavaliers with a 17-0 win. Year 2 for Greg Porter at Lawrence, facing the team he led to the 2014 title, Hillcrest. No score first quarter. Lawrence on the doorstep. That was Nehemias Fernandez taking it in for the Raiders touchdown. Hillcrest trailing 17-14 in the second. Jackson Free hits Luke McCory. McCory got a blast. 80 yards to the timeshare. Rams roll from there. 56-17 over Lawrence. And due to weather, Midland Valley versus JL Mann's game was postponed. JL Mann Athletics posted the picture of the flooded football field you saw there earlier tonight. The game will now be scheduled to be played tomorrow at 5 p.m. down in Midland Valley near Augusta. We've hit halftime here in week 0 of Texas Day Brazil Friday Night Hits. And for the first time this year, it's mic'd up with Riverside's Matt Rochester.
Let's go, take it out. Where can we not put it? In the middle. Come on. Can't have dumb penalties, man. Told him. Hold him on the ground. Back up. Y'all behind the second line. It's going to be like that all night long. He's grabbing my corner bad, man. He's grabbing my corner bad. Y'all are doubling that guy in between y'all. Hey, just slow down and get your steps vertical, right? Hey, he's just little.
Thank you, ladies. A warm welcome from the cheerleaders at Riverside, who are looking to take that next step after making the second round of the playoffs last year, hosting the Malden Mavericks, who won 2 games a year ago. First quarter, Malden's Reddick Langston connecting with Kamari Shepard for the early 7-0 lead. So Malden up early. Later in the first, Mavs driving. Langston fumbles. Riverside, they jump on the ball, and now they're going the other way. And in the ensuing drive, that's Riverside handed off, punching in from the 1 for the touchdown that ties the game at 7, and the Riverside Warriors get rolling from there for a 41-27 win over Malden. Let's keep it moving. On Texas Day Brazil Friday Night Hits, Spartanburg reached the Upper State Championship for the second time in 4 years. Last season, losing to eventual champion Dutch Fork and kicking off against last year's 5A D2 unbeaten champ Northwestern. Tough night for the Vikings. Trojans leading 27-7 in the fourth. Nigel Smith cuts up the field, sets up a short Trojans field goal, which you will see right there. It's 30-7 Northwestern. Plenty of teach tape for the Vikes here. This one was all about the Trojans. They get a 39-7 win over Spartanburg. Year 4 for Fountain Inn. Fury coming off their first winning season ever in our West and Liberty. Sam Holiday has all day drops a dime to B.J. Currington for the first points of the Fountain Inn season. Red Devils driving. They run a pop pass to Kendall Jackson. He's got the edge, and he's got 6. Liberty takes a 7-6 lead after the extra point. But Fountain Inn pulls away. The video you're watching right here, these are from the students at Fountain Inn, our friends at Envision. You'll be seeing them all year long. Texas State Brazil Friday Night Hits. Fountain Inn gets a 48-14 win over Liberty. A new season at St. Joe's, where the Knights went 5-6 last year, losing by 1 point in the first round of the playoffs. Another Columbia SCISA school in the upstate tonight, Cardinal Newman in town. First drive of the season for the Knights. St. Joe's in the red zone. Matt Rambo, with a name like that, you just know he's tough. 7-0 St. Joe's. Same score, same quarter. St. Joe's quarterback Jack Stewart, he'll do it himself. 41-29, St. Joe's winners in week 0. To the chopper, Green Wave, Blue Flame, Sky Forward, Easley, Pickens, Brooks Dow, the quarterback, hits his back foot. Options covered, he's keeping it. He's got a crease. Oh, and he's gone. A 70-yard scamper for the Blue Flame QB. Pickens goes up 7-0. The Green Wave, though, they're going to answer. Josiah Coleman, and also the quarterback for Easley, and bully ball up Main Street gets in for the Green Wave, and they go on to get a 56-34 win over Pickens. 2 Greenville County schools itching to find some success. Wade Hampton hosting Travelers Rest. Early safety as the Generals up 2-0. Wade Hampton going for the field goal, but stuffed by TR. Jaden Coney, who picks it up. He's got eyes in the end zone. He is all the way down the sideline. 70 yards to the special team score. That proves the difference as the Devil Dogs go on to get a 13-10 win over Wade Hampton. A pair of playoff teams on the grass in Chesney. Eagles hosting Pendleton. Chesney finished 6-6 a season ago. Took a couple drives to get cooking, and then they took a final second of the first. Keaton Platt, Braylon Blanton, get up to get down, big fella. Down at the 1, start of the second quarter. Evan Reese Lauder, the quarterback. He's just going to grit his way in. Touchdown Chesney, 35-21, winners over Pendleton. Whose side is it anyways? East side and south side in Taylor's, and this one was all east side, early and late. Second quarter, Kalen Durham takes the handoff for the touchdown. It was 44-0 at that point. And east side gets a 51-6 win. That score there is flipped. East side 51-6 winners over south side. Union County off and running at home against Newberry. Pick it up first quarter. Newberry's Kenton Caldwell with the keeper. And the score, 6-0 Bulldogs. Later in the first quarter, Caldwell connecting with Jameer Crooks for another touchdown. And Newberry up 13-0 at that point, and they go on to get a 62-14 win over Union County. Let's show you a few more scores from across our area. Saluda beating Crescent 28-6. Dixie over Ridge Spring Monetta 19-0. West Oak over the Greenville Hurricanes 28-0. That's it, and that's all for week 0 of Friday Night Hits. It's in the books for Chase and our entire hard-working crew. Thanks as always for joining us. We'll see you next week, same time, same place for week 1.